Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Powers always giving honor to the Creator, the ancestors, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my sister-in-laws, my father, and all of the subscribers, donors, supporters, and viewers, family members, and all of the brothers and sisters that are fighting for our liberation and salvation within our black nation. What I want to talk about today briefly is I'm quite sure that you all know about the plays, Broadway hits, and movie called The Lion King. Well, Disney really put The Lion King way out on the map, and they made billions of dollars off of The Lion King. But what they refuse to tell you, even though Disney is the devil, that the song Mabubi, meaning the lion sleeps, which is the premier song of the Lion King, was written and performed in the early 1900s by a brother named Solomon Linder from the Zulu country in South Africa. Solomon was born in 1909 and made his ascension in 1962. He was never paid a penny for The Lion Sleeps, Mabubi, the song Mabubi, The Lion Sleeps, from the movie The Lion King, which made billions. However, in the 60s, RCA signed, this is the original 78 single, Mabubi, Solomon Linder's, and the Evening Birds. That was the name of the group that he sung in. They were an a cappella group, well known in the early 1900s in South Africa. But as you know, when these devils take over, the tokens, who RCA they took Mabubi, the song The Lion Sleeps, from Solomon Linder, and had a rack of devils singing it called the Tokens under RCA, who were the devils in terms of the music industry at that time, during the early 40s, 50s, and 60s. Solomon never received a dime. The family died extremely poor to the point where they had no indoor plumbing, while Disney making millions and still making millions and millions off the Lion King with toys, all types of lunch boxes, DVD players, books, and t-shirts, pajamas, and so many other things that Disney has became billionaires on the exploitation and copyright infringement that they used on Brother Solomon Linder. And they never received a dime for it. In which this brother and his family died. Poor was an understatement. Poverty was an understatement for brother Solomon Linder, compared to what he was worth, compared to what he was supposed to receive, even his descendants. And this is to show you that this shit has been going on from the beginning of time. That these crackers have always plagiarized and stolen our sound, our swag, our music, our writings, Like I always tell you, they haven't invented anything but violence. So Hotep and Black Power goes out to his family. This is a picture that Donald Trump's wife, that bitch Ivana Trump, said that there was nothing wrong with this picture. As a matter of fact, she said it was very, very tasteful. In which I have no problem. I have no problem with them motherfuckers being Klansmen. I'm all for being separated from you motherfuckers. All for it. These motherfucking so-called Aryan goddamn Nazi motherfuckers. You know, nobody wants to be around you motherfuckers. I don't know why y'all think the majority of black people want to be around you motherfuckers. You can do this shit all you want, and I'm gonna do. This is how backwards you motherfucking crackers are. You ice monkeys are. You snow gorillas that don't even know the swastika is a black African symbol. But another subject for another time. Slave Z. This goddamn coon motherfucking house nigga who is praised constantly on Sirius XM on all those nigga channels that they really don't put out and talk about anything that could uplift our children out of mental, emotional, spiritual oppression, but keep pumping filth to get ratings. But this nigga Slave Z is a major investor in the GPS apps that tracks down parolees. Now here this motherfucker is an avid top investor in hunting down his own goddamn people. But y'all call Jay-Z and Beyonce a power couple. Yeah. White power couple. This motherfucking stinking, fish smelling, non-melanated, hook-nosed, bagel eating, raw sushi eating, faggot, Danny Baker. He was fired from the television show BBC for calling Meghan Markle's baby a chimpanzee. Now, a lot of y'all, I don't know why you all hip and hoop holler hooray because Meghan Markle is in some palace and got pregnant by a goddamn ice monkey. I don't understand that. What is the big fucking deal? And see, those who think it's a big deal are those who still look at whites as being royal. Because I hear black people, niggas talking about, yeah, she up in the royal palace, man. The royal palace is your home, dummy. You keep putting your palace under these crackers' motherfucking dwellings. And if you do your research, they never had palaces. They lived in huts. Their kings and queens lived in huts. The Moors and the Ethiopians in Africa built those castles. And so, Serena Williams, she flew a jet over there to see Meghan Markle's baby. You can see the melanin in the baby with the nose. But you all act like it's a big deal because this white motherfucking Neanderthal savage impregnated one of your sisters. And she's the same way, Serena Williams. She wants to see what happens what, because she has a baby by a snow dog too. Because she wants to be white so motherfucking bad. This is doing the procedure, step 1 or 2 procedure of her skin peeling process. This is how she looks now. See, this is the self-hatred that goes on in the black community. This motherfucker hates herself. And this is the shit that the black community is dealing with. This self-hatred. So, this is the self-hatred, brothers and sisters, that we constantly are dealing with. Where we hate to be who we are. We can't stand one another. We can't stand ourselves. So we do any and everything that we possibly can to try to look, be, and appeal to these goddamn non-melanated motherfucking zebra blood cell type, motherfucking crackers, man. Shit is going to get worse and worse. And you may hear me, I'm going to continue to deal with this system and what they're planning to do in terms of guerrilla warfare to annihilate us as a people. And we need to understand this, and we need to continue to have this shit drove in our heads until we begin to take action and preparation on what is about to happen in the near future. This is why they have allowed the most racist motherfucking president, openly racist motherfucking president, since Woodrow Wilson. And Woodrow Wilson was the motherfucking demon that said Birth of the Nation was the best movie he ever saw. Also, he gave the order to the military to drop bombs in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the so-called Black Wall Street district. And so don't think this shit won't happen again. What they're doing now is doing a divide and conquer strategy. Trying to see who's radical, who's pro-black, who's a Tom, who's a coon. All the motherfuckers in line that wants to be coons. And for what purpose? Why do you want to be a coon? Why are you applying to be a house nigga? Is it because of the fringe benefits? Or it's because you hate yourself? Or it's because you hate your people? What is the purpose of you siding with a being that is the total opposite of you and that you know is totally weaker than you? And so these are the questions that these motherfucking crackers are trying to ask in their own clandestine way, through applications, through credit card applications, hospital bills, surveys, all types of shit. All types of shit. These motherfuckers want to know what type of chicken you like, white meat or dark meat. And I'm dead serious about that. It's called intelligence. And what we're doing, niggas are running to the car lot, taking their income tax checks, running to buy a new whip that's going to break your motherfucking ass, that's going to barely have you having your head above water because you want to look like you have something that you don't fucking have. And you want to be the fashion queen of the goddamn block. You want to be the player of the motherfucking block. You want to be the dope dealer of the motherfucking block. All these that I just described are some of the dumbest, ignorantest motherfucking niggas on the planet. And those are the ones who have access to currency. That if they gave that self-hating shit up, they could be a major asset to the black community. But no, we don't want to do that. They have gotten the black family in hate mode and jealousy mode. I've never seen in my life, my existence on this fucking colony, the hatred and jealousy and envy the black family has for one another, including my family. See, a lot of you come on YouTube and you talk about every motherfucking body else's situation, but you don't talk about your own. I share with you the same as I want you to share with me. What the fuck make you think my family ain't fucked up? That they not dealing with self-hatred and jealousy and hatred and envy. And just like I told y'all before, you know, just like a basketball player that has a hateful family, because maybe the athlete didn't give everybody what they want, so they don't go to all the games. But they want the money, they want to benefit from it, but they won't go support them. They won't go support the athlete. And that's the same way in everything that we do. Social media, all of that. And I'm talking to those who have social media shows and what have you that are positive, that are the opposite of this nigga shit. I guarantee that most of your subscribers are not even related to you, because of the envy and jealousy. See, a lot of your families can't accept, you know, that you are loved by millions, loved and honored and respected for your work and whatever your craft is, because they are too lazy to go and dig within and find it within themselves, their own craft and their own creative / God-given talents. And that's just a tidbit, so you know, to qualify myself as well as to qualify these others that are on social media, whether they admit it or not, because a lot of them want to just benefit, you know. And some of the shit, and I must say this, some of these channels that produce counterproductive information get the most motherfucking support, financial and the like, views, financial and the like. There's one sister, very informative, but never talks about LGBT, because it's been put out there that she is a lesbian and only dates white bitches exclusively. So how can you be a motherfucking revolutionary when you are supporting the annihilation of your people by promoting this perverted motherfucking behavior, which doesn't allow us and erases the desire of our people to reproduce? And so those are the issues that plague. Those are some of the issues that plague the black community. I believe to each his own. But when you become someone who has influence over masses of people, you should not be allowed to promote that motherfucking perverted shit. Because that's a decrease in the population, and you are assisting in the annihilation of black people. So it's no way you can say you're pro-black. It's no way. And like I said, I don't like to put people out there like that. But when you have an influence on the babies, and you're telling our boys that it's okay for them to suck some another boy's dick, you're just as sick as the child. Because it's not okay. It's not okay for us to have this same-sex perverted goddamn lifestyle. Because it's a death style. It's not a lifestyle. It's a death style. Because you're killing unborn children. And so we have to be compassionate and pissed off about the rate this shit is going. And then you got, these so-called conscious motherfuckers. Some of these motherfuckers are supportive of this agenda. So you are not conscious to me. Not only are you not conscious, you are a carcass. Because we are trying to fight so the black man and woman can live. We should not sleep. We should not rest. We should be fasting, praying, and meditating until reparations are given, till the black community and the black families once again restored to its highest vibration. Other than that, rest should not be a goddamn option. We have to do a lot of sacrificial work and denial of self in order for our descendants to have a shot at liberation. You can talk all the bullshit you want, because those who come on here with them fucked up niggery ass, faggoty motherfucking fuck nigga comments are those who do not want to see black liberation. And it's not going to come by marching, no president, no motherfucking act of Congress. None of that shit will get us free. None of it. The only thing that will get us free is we have to black boot stomp down white supremacy in any matter that's necessary. And the only option that is left right now is physical. Guerrilla warfare. Just like doing slavery. Let me tell you something about slavery. Doing physical and chattel slavery, which our ancestors had a better grip and a much better chance of liberation than we do now. Because they were far more conscious than we were. Although we got all the technology that your fucking little pea brain can muster. We have no substance. But during physical and chattel slavery, our ancestors knew who the enemy was, opposed to today. We don't know. The enemy looks more like you. But there was straight guerrilla warfare. It wasn't a whole bunch of singing and all that bullshit all day long. Motherfuckers was running across fields. Houses were being burnt to the ground at any time of the day, all day and night. There were plenty of Harriet Tubmans. There were plenty of Denmark Vesey's, Gabriel Prosser's, Toussaint Louverture's, and Jean-Jacques Dessalines, and Bookman Dada. Plenty of them. Plenty of David Walkers. Plenty of abolitionists. The same way it is today. See, 100 years from now, they're going to say Al Sharpton was a motherfucking, he was Frederick Douglass, and Maxine Waters was like Harriet Tubman. If we're not careful, if we don't put the truth out and emancipate ourselves, they're not going to mention people like you and I. And see, that's how it was back then. You had brothers, you had ancestors that was putting in much more work than those that you read and hear about. But they didn't get the notoriety and respect because they were hardcore. They didn't compromise with whites. And they did things on their own. Yeah, brothers and sisters, it's time for us to begin to look at some things and see things for what they really are. It's time to put some work together. As always, you know, we truly need your donations so we can continue feeding our people. We're going out next week. We're going out next week and give our people, feed our people. We got a buildup of clothes in our little clothing storage. We're gonna give out some clothes, some summer stuff, so our brothers and sisters can have some, you know, show their legs. They've been in the grass and sleeping in the woods and McDonald's bathrooms on pissy floors and bus stations all winter. Now let them come out and air out a little bit. Give them some food. Give them a hot dog with some mustard on it. Because our people are too ashamed. Their families are too ashamed to let them in the family reunion. Let them in the cookout. So let's bring it to them. But it's impossible without your assistance. I would love to see some more people assist the people that are assisting us, that have been assisting us for a while now. You know, be a part of the solution and not the problem. Hotep, Black Power.